Broadcast journalism is the field of news and journals which are broadcast, that is, published by electrical methods instead of the older methods, such as printed newspapers and posters. Broadcast methods include radio via air, cable, and internet, television via air, cable, and internet, and the World Wide Web. Such media disperse pictures, static and moving, visual text and sounds. Scripts for broadcast tend to be written differently from text to be read by the public. For instance, the former is generally less complex and more conversational. Radio and television are designed to be seen and heard sooner and more often than a daily or weekly newspaper. Broadcast articles can be written as packages, readers, voiceovers, VO, and sound on tape, SOT. A SAC is an edited set of video clips for a news story and is common on television. It is typically narrated by a reporter. It is a story with audio, video, graphics and video effects. The news anchor, or presenter, usually reads a lead-in, introduction, before the package is aired and may conclude the story with additional information, called a tag. A reader is an article read without accompanying video or sound. Sometimes an over-the-shoulder digital on-screen graphic is added. A voiceover, or VO, is a video article narrated by the anchor. Sound on tape, or SOT, is sound or video usually recorded in the field. It is usually an interview or soundbite. Radio was the first medium for broadcast journalism. Many of the first radio stations were cooperative community radio ventures not making a profit. Later, radio advertising to pay for programs was pioneered in radio. Later still, television displaced radio and newspapers as the main news sources for most of the public in industrialized countries. Some of the programming on radio is locally produced and some is broadcast by a radio network, for example, by syndication. The talent, professional voices, talk to the audience, including reading the news. People tune in to hear engaging radio personalities, music, and information. In radio news, stories include speech soundbites, the recorded sounds of events themselves, and the anchor or host. Some radio news might run for just 4 minutes, but contain 12-15 stories. These new bulletins must balance the desire for a broad overview of current events with the audience's limited capacity to focus on a large number of different stories. The radio industry has undergone a radical consolidation of ownership, with fewer companies owning the thousands of stations. Large media conglomerates such as Clear Channel Communications own most of the radio stations in the United States. That has resulted in more niche formats and the sharing of resources within clusters of stations, de-emphasizing local news and information. There has been concern over whether this concentration serves the public. The opposition says that the range of political views expressed is greatly narrowed and that local concerns are neglected, including local emergencies, for which communication is critical. Automation has resulted in many stations broadcasting for many hours a day with no one on the station premises.